So,
yeah. Do you also ask them to do like a video test or anything? Like, because having just the age is one part of it, but you want to make sure that you at least have characters on set.
Yeah, that's where I think that's what we're doing for the Amazon show. I don't know if we do that for everyone who just applies for casting, but yeah, for the Amazon show, which since this is going up in the short term, when this first goes up, you can, I mean, just throw it in the description. If you want to be in our Amazon show, just apply. We're going to need you for a long time, especially if you go the distance. We're going to need like 2 months. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you want to compete in our show for $5 million and hang out with us for a couple months, it's down there. I don't have a filmmaking degree or people who were teaching me. So I started making content when I was 11 because I just liked making videos. But no one ever taught me anything about storytelling or anything like that. So as I'm growing up, I'm making these videos and I'm doing my best with what I know. And obviously that was one of the biggest complaints back in the day is that, it was just screaming or it was a little too fast paced. I didn't know any better. Like I would slow the scenes down. And I'd be like, what do I put in? I don't know how to do this. So it took me a long time just because I didn't really have anyone teaching me to like figure out, here's how I can slow scenes down where it's not boring and actually, let things breathe and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So like, now it's obvious because I just turned 26 and I've studied filmmaking quite a bit and I've talked with a lot of really smart people. But back when I was 21, I had no idea. And I was just like, oh, fast paced is entertaining. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we found some pretty interesting ways to implement it. Not as obvious as you'd think, but one interesting thing is like, because we have so much footage for these videos, there's I don't even know the name of the tool, but there's this one AI tool where I can type something in and it'll tell me anytime that word's said, right? So if I'm like, oh, we didn't mention Feastables in this video, you can type in Feastables and it'll tell you anytime it was said in that 1,000 hours of content. It'll pull up the clips for you. So then we can be like, cool. Or 42, hey, we want another shot of 42 talking to like build his character. We can just, look at 42's cam, type in something and it'll pull up those scenes. Yeah.
Here we are, full circle.
I know.
You're about to surpass T-Series. First of all, do you have a message for T-Series if they're watching right now?
Do I have a message for them?
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's a little ironic, isn't it? 6 years later, here we are back again. No, I mean, one thing I want to make very clear is like, before I think it kind of got a little this country versus that country and I don't think Felix took it there, but some people even got a little racist with the subword before. So I'm very cognizant of it, which is why I'm not leaning into it too hard. Like I'll probably do a short and talk about it here and there, but it's like, this isn't, to me, I have a huge fan base in India. So this isn't India versus America. Yeah. It's not. It's just, I just want to be the most subscribed to channel. And I do think it is a little, yes, I have a lot of people helping me, but at the end of the day, I started this channel. I've been doing it for 14 years. I live and breathe this. And when I started studying that more, I was like, I wonder what would happen if we started doing that in our videos. So like ages 1 through 100, I wore a suit throughout the whole thing. And I actually feel like it elevated the tone of the video and it felt right. Like it didn't feel corporate, it didn't feel non-YouTube, it still felt YouTube-y, and I feel like it made the video better, weirdly enough, because I just fit the vibe. Yeah. And so that's something we've been experimenting with, is like me wearing clothes that kind of match the vibe of the video, which weirdly enough works. We just, we've put millions of dollars into building tools and we don't even have ads on the site. So that's kind of the status of a lot of things. But for revenue, over half of it will be Feastables, a lot of it. I mean, because obviously that's just blowing up and people are really liking it. Now that we updated the formula, it's crushing. And then outside of that, there's just a lot, because I don't have I don't bucket it as YouTube. I have it as like ad revenue, brand deals, theoretically merch, this, and so there's so many line items. And last time I looked, but I mean, obviously we're gonna spend over $120 million this year on content, so you can deduce we're probably going to do close to that much in content revenue and that kind of stuff.
Wow. How do you decide whether a video is going to be a sponsored video and get money from an external brand, or devote it to raising awareness for Feastables?
Well, I have to do brand deals in almost every video.
Can you talk about that process to get everything ready before you walk in? Because I've never seen anything like it before.
The problem we have here is the only real linear constraint for the company or for the channel is me, right? Some of our videos we're filming 7 to 10 days. Like some months I'm literally on set, 28 days out of 30. Some months, a typical month might be closer to 20. And so it's just hard because it's like if you envision it, if we film 3 videos in a month, then the first is a $1 versus, right? We'll say like $1 versus $1 Million Hotel. I have to fly to 7 different hotels all around the world. One of them's in India, right? That's 3 days off the rip right there. So like that's a 10-day filming slot, if not 11 days. And that's if we're really extreme and cutthroat with the time. And then I have to go film another video. But that's, 7 days of filming, but it's also a day of travel to get there and a day of travel to get back, right? Now that's 9 days. So that's 20 days, and that's only 2. And then you tack on a third video there.
For the island, are you sending somebody to scout it out ahead of time? Or if you buy an island or are stranded on an island,
Yeah.
like, what's that process?
Well, if we buy an island, that's different than if we spend 7 days on it. So
Yeah.
if we buy it, we'll send someone to scout it. The 7 days stranded, I think we send someone out there. Well, usually we'll just call someone local, tell them to go out there and be like, hey, tell us what you see, or whatever. Or we'll send someone out there just to like make sure there's not a trillion snakes everywhere. They'll scout it out and be like, yeah, Jimmy won't die. I'm like, what do you mean? And then they'll like come back 2 hours later. I'm like, oh, all right, well, that looks real cool.
I saw like that you have like stand-ins. And this is something you tweeted out.
Yeah, so we have this one person every time before we shoot a thumbnail. Or before I go in to shoot a thumbnail, he does the thumbnail, so I can kind of look at it and make sure I like it. And so we have a lot of images. I probably have at least another 10 years before I'm like need a break or anything like that.
When a video gets a 10 out of 10, like what's your mood like? I know to me, like almost ruins my day.
I mean, my new video was a 10 out of 10. So the protect the yacht. No, I mean, years ago, I mean, it would absolutely destroy me. I mean, this was my entire personality, everything that mattered to me. And so, I mean, I would cry. Like it was pretty crazy. But now, I mean, it hurts. It's like someone stabbed me and then I'm just like, take the knife out. What did I do wrong? I go observe it. And then I just don't open my phone. And if you just don't look at Creator Studio, you're like, oh, maybe it's a 5 out of 10. That's something I've learned about myself. So now I don't put myself in those kinds of positions anymore. Cause I don't mind like pushing. I actually enjoy pushing myself. Like when I counted to 100,000, obviously I was miserable the last 50 hours, but weirdly I get enjoyment out of like going to the point of misery and then pushing through it and finishing. It's like something I for whatever reason kind of enjoy,
Yeah.
But it's not like you don't just you don't snap your fingers and end up here. This is like a slow progression over many, many years. Like I decided a long time ago that like, I want to spend as much time as possible filming, and all the other stuff I want to train people up to like be able to do it. I just want to be involved in creative and filming, and ideally that's where most of my time goes. So it's a cognitive decision of like, training up other people to take everything else off, and then like pushing people to push me. Like it's not like I'm telling people push me and make me a better person, help me make better content. Like let's make this the priority, that kind of stuff. But it takes a long time to ramp up to that point. From the time my eyes open to the time they close, like that's all I'm gonna do. If we want this show to be as good as I want it to be, and just absolutely crush every. Well, I don't want to say anything that will, set me up for something in case I don't hit it. But if I want this to be just a world-class streaming show, I got to represent the YouTube community. Like a lot of people are going to watch our show on Amazon, and it's going to kind of be indicative of creators. And so if it's not good, they're going to be like, see, YouTubers can't make, streaming content. That's why they stick on YouTube. They're not the same as us. There's a lot of elitist mentality over there, even in the people, we're talking with to help with the show. I see it still occasionally. I'm like, oh. Why can't we just make great content? Why does it have to be like, why can't we just all be creators?
I also pulled some of your old thumbnails because I went back to like 2020, 2019, and I saw you're still updating them.
Yeah.
I just wanted to embarrass you by showing these.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Like take me through how often you update the back catalog.
that break-in one, that left thumbnail in June 2020. I made myself. Like I literally photoshopped and made it. That was such a horrible thumbnail. So a lot of the ones we're updating are just the ones I made because I'm not great with Photoshop, and now I have like people who are actually good. And so we're just kind of going through and making them make sense because like they just don't make sense. Like that one in the bottom left with all the people, like you can't even see their faces.
Yeah.
65 million subscribers. I have 4 times that. Like that was
it
looks
like a selfie.
Yeah, but it's like 60. There's 65 million subscribers combined between all the people in this video, and it's like that doesn't mean anything. So you have to you have to look at it from a lens of like, what is my audience? What would my audience want? And then like, yes, if there's no difference, if to your audience there's no difference between a hotel room or a vacation. Yeah, hotels probably is simpler and would perform better. But if you're a family channel, they'd probably care more about vacations because they want to think of vacations they could take their kids on or that kind of stuff. Or maybe your family channel that kids just watch, right? And then maybe vacations don't matter as much because kids can't afford it here and there. But it's like, this isn't to me, I have a huge fan base in India. So this isn't India versus America. Yeah. It's not. It's just I just want to be the most subscribed to channel, and I do think it is a little. Yes, I have a lot of people helping me, but at the end of the day, I started this channel. I've been doing it for 14 years. I live and breathe this. I am the face in it, and I am a creator. YouTube runs in my freaking blood. You know what I mean? And so I do think there's a little bit of symbolism that it's nice that like a creator, a homeborn YouTube creator is the most subscribed to channel, even though I know some people might not see it that way. I think that's cool. Not knocking on them, but obviously they are a corporation with probably 1,000 times more employees than me, or something crazy. But yeah, we got to like draw the lines in the sand. I need to make it clear. I love India. I have fans in India. You guys are awesome. It has nothing to do with that. Because people will make it that. It's like, who cares what I wear in a video? But now I'm like, actually, it can like really make it feel more like a universe when people watch the videos, and like and not break the immersion. And I'm like, this is cool. But I never would have said that 3 years ago. And that's what I love about content creation is you're always learning and improving. If you have an open mind, you can always get better. And so, I mean, I would cry. Like it was pretty crazy. But now, I mean, it hurts. It's like someone stabbed me, and then I'm just like, take the knife out. What did I do wrong? I go observe it. And then I just don't open my phone. And if you just don't look at Creator Studio, you're like, oh, maybe it's a 5 out of 10. I just won't check. And then you just kind of ignore it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I absorb the pain. I feel the emotions, and I'm like, damn, I'm depressed. And then I just funnel that energy into what did I do wrong? And in this case, I was like, never doing a Protect series again. Screw that. People don't like it. That thumbnail's horrible. And then, okay, we got that. Move on. You know what I mean? Which is hard, but then you just start working on the next video. And eventually you just get so in the sauce on the next video. You don't even 40-minute video had more cameras recording than any other production in history. Right? I think I tweeted that. Yeah. There's never, you can't find a movie or show or anything that's ever had 300 cameras simultaneously recording like that. And so that's the thing. We had, there's 100 cubes. So we put a main cam in the cube, and then we put like one they can talk to, or so a wide shot, and then a shot on them. So that's 200 cameras. And then we had all the wide shots all around the studio and all the cameras we were recording with. And so the answer is you just film everything, and it's brutal. And most people can't do that because it's like, I mean, I think we had like petabytes worth of footage. I mean, it would have taken a single human like 5 lifetimes to watch all the footage we had.
Well, dude, I feel like, this is the first time you're showing this studio publicly, which is your thumbnail studio. So I had to open up by asking, where the heck are we? And what do you film here?
Yeah, so to be specific, you're in a church. So when I first started, there's just no warehouses or studios in Greenville, North Carolina. Yeah. So there are a lot of churches, though. We're in the Bible Belt. Yeah. So I bought a church, and then we converted it by just like, basically taking all the pews out and just converted it into a studio. And so that's where we started filming. But the problem is, it's not that big. So eventually we had to move, as our videos got bigger, over to a new studio we built. And so we just converted this into the thumbnail place. And so this is one of like our 4 thumbnail rooms.
Yeah, it's insane. I've been spending time with the thumbnail team.
This right here, this bad boy. We did a bunch of A/B thumbnail tests, and the one with me sitting in just a normal seat won. And then I don't remember how far after we uploaded, maybe like a month or two, or we were like, wait a minute, we could probably do a better thumbnail. And then we swapped it out for this split screen thumbnail, which we had never done before. But I do occasionally see on view stats other channels doing really good with the split screen thumbnail. So it's like, screw it, let's try it. And then we put one on Plane Ticket, and I mean, that thing went off. I think it got an extra like, what was it, like 30 or 40 million views because we, swapped the thumbnail. Yeah. So it can have big effects sometimes. And that was probably our best A/B thumbnail, or not A/B. That was probably our best like swap like months later that we've ever had. It was pretty crazy.
So I know thumbnails get a lot of love, like in the YouTube community when it comes to packaging, but titles are just as important. I
haven't talked about it too much. I have to think really hard on what I say because I don't want to spoil anything, especially for the contestants. But like, I mean, we're buying private islands. We're buying. We're building a city. We're doing things that like don't make sense. Like it's like picture my biggest YouTube video ever. Like this is it, and this is like a normal episode on that show. I mean, because I have a way bigger budget. I mean, way more money than I normally have, and we're just going all out. Like we're not holding back everything. Like one of the Amazon episodes is probably like 5 times more expensive than my most expensive YouTube video.
I just went to Toronto to interview the hacksmith, and he showed me the world's first working lightsaber. So maybe type
He
in
also
lightsaber.
showed me the world's first.
Yeah,
working
he used
lightsaber.
it for one of your videos.
Wait, is it the same one?
He's working on a new one. He's actually spent hundreds of $1,000s on a clean room to develop like one without a cord. And just the title I'm thinking about, because he's like a real life Iron Man.
So on YouTube, when people get recommended a video, you know how that image pops up?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
You told
called a
me now.
thumbnail. I'm known for my thumbnails, but so I'll give you a few tricks.
Okay.
So usually in the thumbnail, you put your face.
Okay.
Whenever you take the photos of your face, keep your mouth closed. Like I used to do this with an open mouth. People hate it.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they say it's cringe. So keep your mouth closed and just like get some good high quality images of your face. Your team can put them in the thumbnail. Yeah, I got it. All right. So what you'll do, you want to show expression. So you'll just be like, but it's cringe because there's 30 people watching me. All right, next question. No, I'm kidding. How'd you feel when you hit 1 billion followers across everything? Like,
You think I'm gonna beat you? What you felt when you saw when I started the channel?
Yeah. I knew it was gonna, honestly, I thought you were gonna do like 20, 30 million in the first month. When you did 60, I was like, oh my gosh. Like the most ever gained in a month before you was 20 million. And that was us. And so 60 is like, that was insane. I put 100 people in a circle and said whoever left last won $500,000. This is almost on 500 million views. So like this video, 4% of the humans alive have watched. So
Wow.
here, let me just go to the beginning. So look at that. So
Duque? Okay.
So whoever, I said, I don't care how long it takes, whoever leaves this circle last wins that 500 grand in the middle. I want to have 1 billion subscribers on YouTube. So
Imagine.
yeah, it'll take a while, but yeah.
Take a while.
Right now we're on 320 million.
Did you see my YouTube channel?
Of course, yeah.
What do you think?
Obviously you're still a professional football
Yeah.
player and you have a lot going on, so I think you're doing your best. I think your greatest asset is anyone will film with you, so you could have so many cool collabs, kind of like this one. Like, you should have Tom Brady pop in for a video, Speed, you should have like all these big names, you know?